welcome to Equipped. Go and find your squat stance. And I want you to give me just three, just loose squats. Okay, just pulling down, whatever that depth means for you. Just three. All right. Keep that squat stance. I want you to pull on down to that bottom squat. Grab onto those toes. Lift those hips. Breathe. Exhale. And pull back down. Stand back up. Raise through the belly. Let's reach out. Pull down. Toes. Hips. Hips come down. Hands reach out. Stand tall. One more. Down. Toes. Hips. Drop those hips. Stand tall. Wonderful. All right, we're going to go through that handcuff drill we did last week. See those shoulders are a little primed. I want you to take your left hand and grab onto your right wrist. I want you to squeeze those elbows back. Lift those hands off the back. And let's lift those hands up as we open up those shoulders. You shouldn't feel pain. A little bit of discomfort's okay, but no pain. And relax. Elbows back. Lift the hands off. Lift the hands. And relax. One more. Elbows back. Lift the hands off. And then lift the hands up the back. Relax. Shake it out. Right hand grabs onto that left wrist. Same drill. Elbows back. Lift the hands back. Lift the hands up. Relax. Two more. Elbows. Hands off the back. Lift. Relax. One more. Elbows. Hands off. Hands lift. And relax. Shake those arms out. All right. Make sure there's some room in front of you to walk those hands on out. You're going to walk those hands out to a plank position. Take your time here, nice and controlled. Once we get to that plank position, give me a nice strong push-up, whether on the knees or toes, I don't care. And once you do that push-up, walk those hands on back. Nice tall stance. Two more. Hinge. Walk those hands on out. Strong push-up. Walk those hands back. Tall. One more. Hinge. Walk those hands out. Push up. Hands back. Wonderful. All right, so our 6 movements today, we're going to run through those real quick. I don't want you just staring at me as I'm going through them with you. I want you practicing them. All right, making sure you feel comfortable, deciding what kind of equipment you're going to use today if you do have some options. All right, so we're going to start off today with a tactical lunge. I'm going to demo it with a kettlebell first. So my kettlebell is in my right hand. I'm going to take my right foot back. I'm nice and stable, dropping down to my lunge position, and then passing that kettlebell to the inside of my left leg, and then standing tall. Now that kettlebell is in my left hand, left foot stepping back, passing under, stay nice and vertical in that pass, and then you work through that in a nice controlled rhythm. Yeah? You're trying to stay tight to the belly, there's no leaning, you're challenging the hips. If you're working a dumbbell, if you are just working a kettlebell, keep giving me a couple reps to make sure you feel comfortable with it. If you're working a dumbbell, it looks just the same. We're just handing off that dumbbell. Okay? If you have a really heavy dumbbell, I have some light ones here, you probably are going to need to grab onto that actual handle as you transition. All right, our next on the docket is our bicep curl to overhead press. So if you have a kettlebell, you have those handles, you're going to curl it up, you're going to press, pull down, back down, curl to press. Okay? We got beach weekends coming up, so we're going to get a nice little pump today. All right, if you're working dumbbells, it looks exactly the same. All right, nice strong curl, nice strong press, back down. Again, you're not just hanging out watching me, you're practicing a couple reps here. All right, next on the docket, as mentioned during the warm-up, we are going to work our windmill. Okay? So I'm going to show you a low windmill first. I have my kettlebell in my left hand. My toes are going to turn off to the left a little bit. And I'm going to take my right hand to the sky. As I look at my right hand, I'm going to drive the hips out. I'm going to take that kettlebell to the inside of my left foot and stand back up nice and tall. This is your low windmill. Your eyes stay on your top hand. You're going to hear me say that over and over again. Okay? What it looks like is a high windmill. I'm going to go ahead and get to a rack position. I'm going to switch out feet. My feet are now off to the right. Kettlebell is racked in my left hand. Press. Okay? Same movement. I just switched sides just so I stay even. My eyes still stay on that top hand. Now just that kettlebell is over top. And if you've done exactly the same with a dumbbell, nothing changed with mechanics. You're still gripping on that handle. All right, we're going to work both sides on that one today. My goblet squat, pretty simple. We have our kettlebell. We're going to pull it towards the chest. All right, shoulder blades are back and down, and we stay nice and vertical in that goblet squat. So from the side, you'll see I stay a little bit more vertical than I typically would if I were working a back squat or a overhead squat. Okay? With the dumbbells, it's exactly the same. You're just with that dumbbell position. If you need a little more weight, you need to hold 2 dumbbells, be my guest. All right, and then our alternating row is our finisher today. Again, you're working this with me. You're getting some reps in right now. If you're working a kettlebell, you're most likely just going to work 1 unless you have a matching set. All right? So if I'm working 1, I'm going to work that nice strong alt row at the bottom, working through that pull position. By matching kettlebells, I can do the same thing. Huh? But with dumbbells, we're going to work that hinge. So I'm going to get a better angle here. 1, down, 2, down, and you're going side to side. Think pistons. All right? I know we all work on cars, right? And I say pistons going up and down. So, all right, so we're not just fluidly pulling, we're mechanical in our movements. We're nice and strong. All right? Hope there's no questions, because I can't hear you. But let's get rolling. Starting off with that tactical lunge. I'm going to start off with that kettlebell today. I have that kettlebell in my right hand. My right foot's going to step back, passing under the legs and back up nice and tall. Driving through that heel. That kettlebell or dumbbell is always passing to the inside of that leg. If you go around the other way, it's not a big deal. Okay? The way I like to coach it though, we go internal to external. Keeps us typically a little more in line. Driving through that front heel. Got about 15 more seconds of work. You're working through at your pace. We are going to be working that tactical lunge and bicep curl to overhead press together for 3 rounds. So a little A1, a little A2 superset today. And relax. All right, I'm going to stay with the kettlebell for this first round. Then I'll jump over to dumbbells and we see what that looks like again. All right, quick little breather. You got 10 seconds. If you're working dumbbells, you're just going to bicep curl and press. If you have your kettlebell, all right, we're going to curl it up, press overhead, pull down, curl, press. If you want to make your kettlebell heavier, okay, go ahead and take a second, flip it over, bottoms up. And now, if you've got a 20-pound kettlebell, it should feel about like it's 30. Wrists are strong, whether we are working our dumbbell or whether we're working that kettlebell. Nice strong bicep to press. Last 3, 2, and relax. All right, we're going back to that tactical lunge. I'm going to switch over to dumbbells for this round, just to keep it even for anybody out there who does have dumbbells. I do recommend the kettlebell if you do have them. For that tactical lunge, it makes life much smoother. All right, right hand, right foot steps back, pass it under, nice and tall. So we got a little bit less weight now. So now I can work a little more pop in my hip, a little more drive through that front foot. So I can always adjust intensity. I either add a little more power or a little more time under tension. So if I wanted to go slow, make the body actually work, and I have to make that muscle stay under tension a little bit longer, so I'm going to feel a little more burn. 3, 2, and relax. All right. Never fails in the afternoon. Wi-Fi, I can see is acting up. Should come back in a second. All right, we're going over to that bicep to overhead press. Got my dumbbells again. All right, nice strong base in the feet. Strong curl, strong press. Let's work. 40 seconds. Curl, press. We're working to get those biceps by the ears with that full extension. Trying to stay away from too much rock in the body, unless you just absolutely have to actually safely get them up. Yeah, but if we have those appropriate weights to choose from, we want to stay nice and stable. Make the arms and the shoulders do the work here. 3, 2, and relax. All right. One more round of that tactical and that bicep to press, and then we're moving on. All right, so we're about 4 minutes in, lower 4 minutes of work so far. You should be warm by now, to say the least. All right, let's get back to that tactical. Start off my right hand, right foot goes back. Nice strong pass. So we got a little bit more weight compared to that dumbbell now. So I don't quite have as much pop in my stance. It doesn't look like I do, but I'm still trying to work for that quick stance. Driving through that heel. Now pay attention these last few reps. Are you pressing through that front heel, or are you loading up those toes? Make the heel do the work. Strong through that belly. 3, 2, and relax. All right, one more with that bicep to press. We're not taking any extra break. We'll transition right into that windmill. I'm going to coach you through a high windmill, even though in the warm-up we did low first, and then I'll coach you through low once I allow some of you to get to that high. All right? Makes sense when we get there. Curl to press. Still soft in the knees. You've got that strong base. Long, quick breaths on every tension point. Three, 2, and relax. All right, so we're going to go right hand as high hand on this first set of the windmill. We're just supersetting windmills over the next 6 minutes. So it's going to get taxing whether you have weight or not. All right, so I'm going to take that kettlebell in rack position, right side. I'm going to press bicep to ear. Now my toes go off to the left corner of the room. My eyes are locked on that kettlebell. My right hip drives off to the side as I reach for the inside of that left ankle. And I'm not looking for speed. I'm looking for time under tension. If you're going low windmill, you would just have that kettlebell in your left hand, and you just be picking it off the ground with every rep. Strong exhale as we stand. Really reach that right hip. Work that hinge. Once you stand tall, you can relax. Again, if you have a dumbbell, nothing changes. You're just pressing that dumbbell overhead. If you have a barbell or you have a backpack, you can do the same thing. All right? Let's rack it up. Left side. Press. Toes go to the right. Left hip drives towards the left corner of the room. Right hand reaches for that right ankle. I like to give myself, especially if I'm feeling my low back a little bit on a certain day, I'll give myself a little tactile cue, touch underneath the rib cage. I'm trying to get as much tension in that area as I can, really trying to keep that rib cage from flaring out. Next round, I'm going to go low windmill. That's all I'm coaching through, and relax. So if you felt good there, stay where you were. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on back right side. If that felt a bit much for you, let's go low windmill, dumbbell or kettlebell. We're doing the same thing, all right? I've got kettlebell between my feet, actually the inside of my left ankle. Toes go off to the left. My right hand goes to the sky. I only look at my right hand. I'm going to find that handle, and I'm going to stand up with it. Mechanics do not change. You land inside of that foot. Yes, it may feel like you just had that kettlebell or dumbbell in your left hand. If you did try the high windmill, we're still pulling through that right side. We're challenging that right oblique as we stand. 3, 2, and relax. All right. Same thing, switching back. I'm going to stay low. So if that high felt good, kettlebell or dumbbells high in that left hand, your eyes stay high. Don't worry about me. But if you're with me, if you're going low, toes go to the right, left hand to the sky, drive the left hip off to the side, and you find that kettlebell, and we stand up with it. Think more of an RDL, less of a twist. All right, so really try to push those hips back off to the left. Think nice strong hinge. For 8 seconds. About to finish up our second round of our B superset, and relax. So we got one more on each side of that windmill, and then we're going to move on to that goblet squat and alternating row combination, that superset. Obviously got plenty of work to do. I'm going back to high windmill, so I'm going to go ahead and rack that right side. Strong press, bicep ear, toes go off to the left, right hip drives off to the side. Stand tall. Windmills are a wonderful movement. Some of you do morning mobility with Coach Jared and I. You'll see I sneak those in sometimes. I sneak them in strength flow. So even without weight, the windmill is a great movement, great strength movement. And once you finish up that rep, relax. Give yourself a moment, enjoy that 20 seconds of breath. And don't hesitate to stay with that low windmill if you're starting to feel that back. Well, don't hesitate to dump the weight. All right, this is a new movement for you. You don't need the weight. All right, racking left side, strong press. Toes go right. Working that slow inhale on the way down. Forceful exhale on the way up. Wonderful, about 10 more seconds. And then we're going to start finishing off that back and those quads. Last rep here, let's finish it up. Wonderful. All right, so again, in case you missed the warm-up, we're going to a goblet squat paired with alternating rows. Okay, so if you have dumbbells or kettlebells, you're going to be in that front rack goblet position. You're working a deep squat, staying as vertical as possible on this first movement. All right, so I've got my kettlebell. Rack it up right to that body. Challenging that good depth on that goblet squat. Now that we have that weight out in front of the body, you may notice you're able to get a little bit deeper and able to stay a little bit more upright in that squat. Now every time you stand, I want you to get your belt line back to your belly button. So we're reloading that front line, that abdomen. Three, two, and relax. All right. So we've got the row coming up. I'm going to stay with the dumbbell in the first set, or the kettlebell in the first set. In the second set, I'll show you what that alternating punch pull with the dumbbells. Because most people have sets of dumbbells, so I'm assuming you have dumbbells, you have sets. Okay, so you're working the punch with those. If you're working kettlebell, strong hinge, one at a time. Very similar to last week. If you're working the kettlebell, hinge, nice strong hinge in the hips. You're pressing those hips back. So many notifications. Ten seconds. 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, so I'm going to switch over to my dumbbells for this second set. For weight reasons, I'm going to go with 2 on that goblet squat. It's actually more of a front squat than anything. All right, so find your squat position. We got those kettlebells out in front of the chest. Pulling down. The dumbbells out in front of the chest. Let's work. If you do have a heavy dumbbell, take it vertical. Hold on to that top weight. Let it stay in line with the body. If you have a little lighter set like I do, you're more of a front rack position. Five seconds, your pace. 2, 1, and relax. All right. I'm about to work those dumbbells again. I'm keeping myself a little breather. All right, 10 seconds. Again, if you're working the kettlebell, you have that all row, little or no bounce in the body. All right, same rules apply for the dumbbells. We're working the set, hinge, pull 1 at a time. Opposite shoulder stays nice and strong as I work that strong pull. If you start to feel that low back, as you stand up, reset the belly, and then work that hinge. Drive those hips a little bit further back. If you notice, my hips are about 8 inches behind my heels. And I'm really trying to work that hinge, that drive back of the hips to save the low back. And relax. So real quick, if you couldn't see that setup, if you're feeling your low back, try to get away from this, okay, because that's a lot of tension on that lumbar, and instead push the hips back. All right, so now my center mass is not as much right on that lumbar. All right, let's finish up goblet squat. If you're ready, let's load it up. Let's work. So much like earlier, if you think Chris's kettlebell's got a little light, flip it over. Work that bottom up position. You can always make it more challenging. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and relax. Last set coming up. I'm going to finish off with the kettlebell. Again, if you have those dumbbells, you're working that strong piston pull. All right. Feet are grounded. Drive those hips back. Let's work. Finish strong. Work that strong exhale out of the mouth. It'll help you to brace the belly. Again, if you feel the low back, lock it back in. Work that hinge again. Get back to it. We don't fight through low back pain. And relax. See how we're doing on time. Ooh. All right, we got a little time to get a little stretch in. We're kind of right on time. We started 2 minutes late. All right. A couple of deep breaths for me, please. Find your grounded position. I want you to sink down, get a nice deep breath. Exhale to the top. One more. Just because the heart rate might be up a little bit, I want you to just go ahead and take that right leg back for me. We're going to stay upright as we try to open up that right hip. I want you to squeeze that right glute. We're going to rock forward, trying to get that hip open up for a moment. Belly line towards belly button. And if you feel up to it, take that right hand across the body. If anybody is jumping on right now early for strength flow, as I see the number ticking up, strength flow hasn't happened yet, you're more than welcome to stretch with us as we wrap up equipped. Let's go ahead and relax. Left foot's going to go back, kind of like that exaggerated lunge position, but we're going to stay upright. Try to tilt the hips so we get that belt line towards that belly button. Sliding forward, squeeze that left glute. Let's open up that hip for a moment. And reach across. All right, the random stretch I want to assign for all of you have to jump off from equipped. I want you to find a door jamb, top of your door. I want you to grab all with one hand, and I want you to sit. I want you to get a nice vertical stretch down that line. Let's open up that lat. Don't rip your door frame off, but if you have something better to grab onto, you're more welcome to. All right, thank you all very much for joining us.